Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. And I said it without spilling any coffee. Good morning. And yes, we do have the morning coffee as I pick it up for a second time. Here we go. And it's tasting mighty fine. Good morning. Now let's shut this down. We got a little too much background noise there. But good morning, Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on the Twitch. Saturday morning, we're on a day off, and excuse me, it's just the microphone, the freaking doodads falling there, and we haven't broadcasted a morning coffee Twitch broadcast on Saturday in quite some time, so. I just decided to let's go ahead and just do this nice and slow, especially with what happened on yesterday's broadcast. And good morning, Chris Technician. Good morning, Christopher, coming in from Washington State, and Chris Technician coming in from Deming, New Mexico. So we're getting our day started here as far as that goes. And it is going good, Christopher. Thank you for asking. We're on a day off today. I slept in this morning, taking it nice and slow. We've got we already got our morning plan, the missus and I. We're going to be doing some things here once we have some after the broadcast. I have some breakfast, and as far as that goes, and but we're just getting a good start to the day here as far as that goes, and I'm glad to be here on a Saturday because Twitch is my mainstay. Twitch is great. Twitch is fantastic. And yeah, Chris, that was funny when it spilled. Yeah. Oh, I have to admit, I was a little teed off as far as that goes, but hey, it happens. And I looked at it, I thought it was my elbow. It was actually my hand. When I came back over, I came this way. It spilled. I guess this curtain over here is a little stained, but it's behind the little stand here, so it's the missus found that. I guess I didn't. But it's all good. It's all good and fine. And good morning, Erica. Good morning, Lady Cat. Also from Oregon. Good morning, Tina. Tina came in there. Good morning. We got the gang here. Thank you. And I'm being just before you guys came in, Tina and Erica, I was telling Christopher and Chris Technician Tech, I'm being careful of the coffee. So we're getting our day started here, and let's see, and I'm broadcasting. I was going to do a gaming this morning, and I'm just thinking, you know what, I can game later this afternoon and stuff like that if I feel like it. But I felt like doing a coffee broadcast here on Twitch because it's been so long since I've done one, and I can just be relaxed. I'm not pressed for time as far as that goes, and just have a nice conversation with you guys. Stay on a little bit longer than the 30 minutes. Depending on where it goes and stuff like that. Do I have an interesting article set up? No, let me check here. So it's just a casual talk here as far as that goes, and because I used to do this on the vocal. I'm going to scale down on the vocal as far as that goes. It is a beta program, so I don't want to get too many eggs in the basket over there as far as that goes. It is a good program. It's good to great. I'm enjoying it. I left my glasses in the room. Tina said, "Oh, okay. You need the glasses just in case I spill the coffee again." It was funny. I looked on the replay and I'm just laughing my ass off as far as that goes. So, but it's all good fun. That's Tina posted something. I guess I made a comment that, this is IRL. I know what IRL, in real life. And she, what the hell? Let me get that. Where is that? I caught that when I was at the day job, when I was on my first coffee break. And she had posted a reply. What was the reply? Let me go back here. Thank you, Chris Tech, for the likes and the retweets there for the Saturday morning coffee. Where is it? Oh, here it is. She replied to my yesterday the posting. It says IRL. Isn't it great? Lots of laugh emoji. Lots of laugh I saw that at work. I'm just busting a gut and then stuff, and it's just it's just like you spilled coffee. You don't cry over it. You just move forward and stuff like that. So, but thank you, Chris Technician, again for the retweet and the like. Oh, you like the Houston? Yeah, before the title. I put Houston. We have a problem. We spilled the morning coffee. The missus watched the replay, and she was laughing also. So it's just like it's all good fun. It's but we're careful now. We got a new coaster here and stuff like that, so it's all cleaned for the coffee. I'm just glad I didn't crack my coffee mug. I have this one. This is a coffee mug I had for a while. I've got a collection of coffee mugs. I should have a parade on the coffee mugs here as far as that goes. Let's see. Let's see. Let me pop the cards here. We got Randy W. Horton. He broadcast today. He's on a 10-day cheap vacation because he can't go anywhere. He's stuck there in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, but we love him all the same. So if you, this is his Twitter handle. Go ahead and give him a follow, please. And there's also Walt Hollick. I didn't see him on the board this morning. Was he on the board? No, I did not see him. He hasn't been around in a while. I haven't seen him, so we'll keep an eye on him for this weekend. But there's Walt Hollick. Walt is a brother firefighter, and then we have in the audience Chris Technician. Chris Tech. That is his Twitter handle. I want to give the Twitter because we have some news about Twitter too. But Chris Technician, there's his Twitter handle, and then we have Tina. Tina is in the chat as well. This is so people watching this on the replay, they know who I'm talking to, and you can follow them too because I'm giving you the Twitter handles. And there is Erica's Twitter handle as far as that goes, and we also have Christopher out in Washington State, Cartman 0817. As far as that goes, so people on the replay, you know who I'm talking to at the current moment, and as far as that goes, and we greatly appreciate them being here as far as that goes. So those are the cards right there. If more people come in, we'll go ahead and pop them as far as that goes. And let's see. At least the cup didn't break. Yes, Erica, it did. Backing up. My grandmother is having her yard sale this weekend. Okay, good luck on the yard sale. Let's see what the weather is. Currently here in the southern tier of upstate New York, we have about 63 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a little chilly with the windows open. We had the windows on open overnight. We didn't have the air conditioning. Excuse me for a moment. I had to clear my throat there a little bit. But this morning we're going to have sunshine and a few clouds. High 78, winds out of the north at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Sun will rose this morning at 5:39. It's 7:39 right now, so that was about 2 hours ago. The sun rose, and I see nothing but blue sky out there, out the window here, out the side window. Nothing but blue sky. So. And it looks like we have a sunny day. Maybe I might put out the solar panels today, as far as that goes. The missus already mowed the lawn, so I'm not going to be doing that today. So we've got other things. We got an area of tree line there. We got to sort of trim. We're going to be trimming the bushes or something like that. I don't know. But it was a little cool this morning, so I put the fleece on. As far as I didn't really need it, but I felt comfortable. It's just like. So let's see. Out there in Deming, New Mexico, it is 74 degrees Fahrenheit, and you're going to get Chris Tech is going to be getting the high at 94 out there, and then. So you can have the hot one. It's been fairly pleasant all this week. We've had a little bit of hot and humidity, but not that bad. Not that bad. It's tolerable as far as that goes. around the world, the times and weather. Let's go to Honolulu because we're up a little later than normal. They're on the same time sync that we are. It's 1:40. Let's see. Lady Cat says it's 53 out there in Washington State. In Honolulu, let's see, 54 here in Orc Harbor. So out there in Washington State, where Erica and Christopher are at, it's 53, 54. In Honolulu at 1:40 a.m. right now, it's 75 degrees, cloudy. In Phoenix, New Mexico, it is 88 degrees at 4:40 a.m. and at 5:41 a.m. in Albuquerque, it is 64 degrees. And Tina's saying good morning to Christopher in Washington State. In Chicago, it is 6:41 at 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Down there in New York City at 7:41, where is my current time, it's 73 degrees. Again, we are sitting at about 63 degrees. So the New York City is about about a 3.5 hour drive southeast here, because I'm on the southern tier. Here's the southern tier in New York. Like I'm right here, and here's the southern tier. New York State would be down this way. Okay. Let's see. In Cork, Ireland, where it's 12:41 p.m. in the afternoon, it's sunny, 72 degrees. In Milan, Italy, it is 1:42 p.m., where it's 84 degrees. In Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, it is 109 degrees. 109 degrees. And let's see, 4:41 a.m. Yeah, out there in Washington State. 4:41, 4:42. Okay, yeah, you're on the same timeline as Phoenix here, Erica. Let's see. So Cork is 72 at 12:42. Milan, Italy, where our good friend Nazim, which I have not seen in a long time, even on the Twitter. I got to check out his Twitter, I guess, later. Milan, it's sunny and 84 degrees Fahrenheit. I already said that. We're in Riyadh. Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It's a hot 109 degrees there, where our good friend Randy W. Horton lives, and he's starting his whatever holiday they have over there. It's a 10-day holiday or something like that. Let's see. Morning. Oh, Helen. Okay, Helen is just popping in. Okay, morning. Okay, because I gotta watch because Lady Cat is in red, you're in green, and I get hello, Helen. Let's see, Helen is in the audience, and she's over there in Scotland, and we want to say good morning to her, and let's see, where is her card? Let's see, where's her card? Right. Where is that card? Oh, here's Helen's card. Here is Helen's card. Helen, like I said, I'm popping these cards. This is Helen, and she just did a radio broadcast. You can go to her Twitter handle of @RadioLeggy, and she's over there on Mixcloud. I usually sometimes I do a Mixcloud broadcast and stuff. So there's her card. So follow her for the people that are watching this on the replay. And let's see, we got double J's. Oh, okay, that's what it is. Is that an I? Yeah, Eid Holiday. It's Eid Holiday. And double J's. Where's double J's? I got your card, double J's. Let's see. And I just go JJ, double J's. Double J, is that correct? Did I get it right? I hope so. Double J's is and Double J's, we're just going over to India for the time. Currently in New Delhi, it's 5:14 p.m. in New Delhi, 82 degrees. And down there in Mumbai, again, it's 5:15 also, it's 81. So New Delhi and Mumbai, that's where Double J's is at. And Double J's, who's in the chat, that is his Twitter handle, and he follows me on Twitter, and I greatly appreciate it as far as that goes. And So there's Double J's. Oh, is it at Double J 59? Be right back, Tina. You missed an E. Uh-oh, did I? Oh, shoot, did I? Sorry. I missed an E. Okay, I'm going to get you a new card, Double J's. I penciled it in. Thank you. But I got there. I was close. I was close. I didn't have you for a while, so we'll correct that, sir. We will correct that. Thank you for the correction there. We have to correct. Okay, correct card. Okay, I'll get you a new card, Double J's. Thank you, sir. I like popping these cards because you guys are spending your time in here in the chat, and I can at least recognize those people because I do the replay on this broadcast over on YouTube, which I think everybody should know by now if you follow me on Twitter. I once I get done with the broadcast, I export it over to YouTube and I put it up on my YouTube channel. And my YouTube channel is in my about here on. It's somewhere down there on the about. I don't know if there's an about there. Yeah, it's right down there on the about. I have Fireman Rich on Twitter, the Fireman Rich blog, Fireman Rich on YouTube. That's where you got to go in. And Fireman Rich on Anchor. You just hit those, okay? And they'll take you. That's the updates, or that's the link. So I can put those right there. So I like popping those cards because again, it gives the folks in the audience recognition as far as you spending some time with me. I'm going to reciprocate as far as that goes because you guys are an important part of the broadcast, and I wouldn't have a broadcast as far as that goes. And let's see. Yeah, whoopsies, lady. Helen, yeah, I did a whoopsies. And okay, I follow Helen and Double J's. Okay, that's good. Everybody follow everybody and stuff like that. Again, Mumbai, that's where Double J's is at. It's 81 degrees and it's 5:17 p.m. He's getting ready for dinner there. We're moving over to Indonesia in Kuala Lumpur. It's 90 degrees at 7:47 p.m. And Tokyo, Japan, it's 8:47 p.m. It's 79 degrees Fahrenheit. Down there in Melbourne, Australia, where our good friend Bertie lives, it is 46 degrees. And sliding over to Sydney, at same time, it is 52 degrees. So there we have the world times as far as that goes and temperatures. And let's see, Tina. I hope it's the right name on Twitter. Yeah, don't let me tell you. Oh, well, there's a couple things. I have trouble pronouncing people's names in some cases. If I see it, I'll ask, how do you pronounce that? And my spelling is atrocious. I cannot spell. That's why I'm glad I have Google, because I can always talk into Google. Hey, Google, what's this as far as that goes? I don't know. Lots of laugh. I better look. Yeah, you better look. Just double check it, Tina. Yes. So there we go. We have the world times and the temperatures and as far as that goes. And I gotta be careful of the morning coffee for those coming in. I'm being very cautious of the coffee. Again, it wasn't my elbow that I thought it was. When I watched the replay, I put my hand and I brought my hand. I actually set it down here, and when I brought my hand back over, watch, I'll probably end up doing it. No, I don't want to do it. No. Once is enough. And we had a quick cleanup as far as on aisle 6. Chris, what am I on? Chris, what am I on Twitter? Oh, Tina? I popped your card. Didn't I pop Tina's card? Yeah, Tina, let's see. Yeah, Tina, this is your card right here. That's your Twitter handle, Tina. Did I get it right? You guys better check this, okay? I know I looked at your Twitter handles just to make sure. So, but Japan was yeah. That's sad. That's sad that happened. The former prime minister was assassinated, and they caught the culprit. I'm not sure what they're going to do with them because I don't think they have capital punishment in Japan. I lived in Japan for 4 years, and when I was stationed over there, it was my last duty assignment, and that was a tragedy. As far as that was, he was a good man, a very good man. Very, he would bring people together, as far as that goes. But the individual, he was a former military person from, well, they don't call their military. It's a defense force. It's still a defense force, and they're adamant about saying that. Even though we see it as a military, to the Japanese people, it's a defense force, and it goes all the way back to World War II. As far as they could not have a standing military, that was one of the provisions in the surrender, as far as that goes. And the comic book creator died too by drowning. Which, yeah, I heard there's been a few deaths. There's a guy that was on Sopranos that had passed away also. I can't think of his name. I didn't really watch that much of Sopranos. But the big one was the former prime minister of Japan was assassinated and stuff. The initial reports was he took a bullet or something like that, and I figure, okay, he's going to be Self-Defense Force legacy of World War II. Yeah, exactly, Double J. Yeah, because I remember being over there, the Japanese nationals that I had working for me. When my last assignment over, I was the NCO in charge of the Fire Alarm Communication Center, which was the 911 dispatch center for the whole base of Yokota Air Base, and I had four Japanese nationals under me, and I supervised. And Mr. Takamazawa, who was my favorite one because he took me to the ball games and stuff like that over there. I mentioned they had some F-15s coming in, and they had the Japanese flag on. I said, "Oh, you have a couple F-15s for your Air Force?" And he said, "Oh, no, Sergeant Roberts." He corrected me right immediately. He says, "No, that's the Japanese Defense Force." I said, "Oh," and he was adamant. He wasn't kidding around. He was adamant that I misspoke. And as far as that goes, did I get that? Okay. Chris put it up Tina's. Let me check the card again here. Tina F. Oh, shoot. Did I get it wrong? Get the frick out of here. Be right back. Okay, Helen, we'll be here. Tina's Twitter is Tina F. I forgot oh my God. Jeez. I've been flashing that card, Tina. You probably didn't have your glasses on, right? I'll have to check that one. Tina gets a new card too. Jeez. Double J's. Let me put that on the posty pad here. Double J's and Tina, new cards. That way I will do it. If it, like I said, if you're on the post-it, you're important. Oh my God, I've been flashing that one. Thanks for the good catch there, Chris. So that, yeah, it's a unique. Japan is a very unique culture. When I was over there, as far as when you're on the military base, it's like little America. Everything's, you feel like you're, like any military base and stuff like that. Once you get out in the culture, you're like a fish out of water. More so than you are over in Korea. I spent a year in Korea, but Japan was a very unique. The base was right outside Tokyo, and Tina, I always ask Chris that he knows me better than, yeah. We're gonna get you a new card, Tina. Thank you, Chris, and yeah, try following Tina from Rich Flashcards No Lights. Give me a zing there, Double J. I deserve it because I like I said, you should see the emails that I generate at work and reports. I look at them afterwards. It's like, oh my God, did I, because of that spell corrector. But just the way I'm looking, it's like, I should have took a minute and that was the case yesterday. We had an interesting day at work yesterday. I guess I could talk about it in general. I'm trying to into the Magna comic books. Okay. So let's see. You forgot the F, Rich. Okay, yeah, yeah, okay. I'm backing up on the okay, and then be right back. Phone call, Helen. Okay. So, but yesterday at work it was a very interesting work. Usually, but automatic was a saver. Sometimes, yeah, double J's. Yes, that's for sure. Yesterday though, I had that when I had to do a report yesterday, um, and some emails, and which I don't normally do on a Friday when I'm at the day job and stuff. But some unique situations came up as far as going on and stuff like that. So I had to do a report and email my boss as far as because Friday's usually low key as far as that goes and what we have to do and stuff like that. And the guy that my boss is on vacation right now, and there's a gentleman that's filling his spot and sort of like training as his assistant and stuff like that. But I'm getting tagged on all the emails because I've been there the longest. And well, if he doesn't know it, Rich will know it, and that gets me irked because it's not my job. But anyway, I'm helping the guy out, and our schedule, as far as being there at the site, he's working on it because he has to make some changes, and we use an Excel spreadsheet, and I think he sort of indicates that he's in trouble. So I look at it at his office, and I'm looking, and I'm like, did you delete it? And he says, I think I did. And I'm like looking at a blank screen, and I'm like looking at this. It's like, what the hell happened? What the hell happened? And then there was, like I said, there's minimum people on a Friday, and so I'm saying, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at this. So I look at it, and there was another computer that had the schedule up. So automatically, I could see it on this other in another office that had it up. So I saved it, okay, and I automatically went to my desk, and I saved it again. So I had two because in his office. I'm looking at this and I'm looking at it and I'm like, what the hell? And I'm looking it's still there, and I'm thinking, well, maybe it's not I'm looking at the size of the file, and the size of the file was not that big of a file. But this is a very important document because there's constant changes going on with our schedule and stuff with people and stuff and whatnot. So I at least saved some copies, and I looked at my copy at my desk, and I'm looking. It's like, okay, we have a backup copy, and he just said, okay, that's good. And I set up a backup copy, and then there was somebody in another department that came over, and when I was out and about. Taking care of some stuff, and he actually corrected it. I come back in, and my co-worker that's filling in as the I want to call him pretend supervisor because he always asks me because I've been there the longest. And he says, "Oh, Rich, it's been fixed. What so and so fixed it?" I come over and I look at it, it's like, and then he told me. Well, up on the bar of Excel, off to the right, you can either, when you have your file up with all the information, you have a hide button. You can hide all that. And I'm looking at that, and I didn't click it, but I saw it. And he says, yeah, he just unclicked that because right underneath it in gray it said unhide. So those two buttons, I've never noticed on it. As long as I've used Excel, this is like, you can hide it? What the hell's that? So I went over to the guy in another department there that that did it, and I go, what? How the hell? What's that for? And he says that sometimes if you use an Excel, I guess as an underlying, you want to hide certain data, you can hide it. Or something like that. It's either a program, because Excel is a very strong program to where you can do calculations and all that, and that's what we do at work and stuff. And half the crap I don't even understand and stuff. But it was a real simple just click of a thing up on the toolbar, because when I made the backup copy, I looked at the file size, and the file size was the same, it was 712 megabytes or 718 megabytes. and stuff like that. So it was pretty interesting on that aspect. And so I'm, I don't know. I don't talk about the job, so I'm talking about very general because it relates to Excel, and you guys all know what Excel is. But those little, I guess when the fill-in supervisor was moving his cursor, he accidentally clicked the hide, and it just blanked it out. I never knew that was there, so I learned something on Excel. I don't think I'll ever use it. I use Excel, but I also use a program called Access. I love Microsoft Access. I use that, and I don't understand it all, but I think I believe I'm the only one in my department that really understands it. Everybody wants to they'll use Excel, and which to me, and my take is Excel is more one dimensional. You can do calculations and all that, and it's a very strong program, but it's restricted to wherever it's placed. I don't know if it was on the server. I guess it would be restricted to the amount on the server. But anyway, I look at it as a one-dimensional, where if I go and I use Access, and sometimes I'm looking at it, it's like, how do I know this? But I pick it up, and I've used Access since I've started working where I'm working at for 17 years now. And it's interesting stuff. Access is more, I guess what I'm getting at, Excel is one dimensional, where Access is more dimensional, 3-dimensional, 4-dimensional, and stuff like that. Let's see. Lady Cat. Erica, I like using Excel. I'm still learning how to use it more. Apple has same thing, but it's called Numbers. Yeah, but you can use the Microsoft Suite in. I've seen that on because we have people at the site that they have Apple computers, and they use. But for the most part, the whole site is basically a Windows. They use Windows as far as that goes on the network that we have at the day job. So I just found that pretty interesting. And then, like I said, this report I did, once it's filled out and stuff, and it gets sent out to several people, at least 20, 30 people, I guess it gets sent out to. And then I get an automatic email, and I'm looking at it and I'm reading it, and it's like, oh man, it just, there's some words, they were correctly spelled, but the grammar wasn't right. You can use some Windows stuff on. Yeah, you can use a lot of Windows stuff now, more so than now. As far as that goes, I know you can use Microsoft Word and the whole Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint. I think I've seen used on Apple and stuff. But as far as that goes, so that's an interesting day job story. Oh, you all right? Oh, okay. Mrs. already starting to Saturday morning. We've been up for a couple hours. So I slept in. I've been. When did I sleep till 6:30 or something like that? I could have slept a little longer, but you can even you can Microsoft on Android. Yeah. Which I have and stuff like that. But I got, like I said, I got my Surface 3 here. That's it's very handy as far as that goes, and I like using a desktop and stuff like that. But I do use at my desk. I have a desktop. Okay, it's and stuff. So I can't use my personal stuff. Like Randy, we see. I really can't get into what I do because of. It's not really a non-disclosure, but it's because of other reasons and stuff like that. And but Randy shows he has because he had a computer problem. I think I was watching a replay broadcast where his computer went down. He's still having problems with Twitch, I guess, with the Pixel. He went back to the Pixel again, and but he showed how, I guess, they're using Linux, which I found that very interesting because it's like I guess Linux incorporate companies overseas, they use that, but I think where I work at, it's mostly yeah, that's Jack. Jack is up in the window. Oh, he's behind the blab owl there. Good morning, Jack. How are we doing? What are you looking at? Yeah, he's eyeing outside. He's looking for the squirrel. One thing we haven't seen outside, the missus and me have noticed that we used to have a couple chipmunks. Couple chipmunks. Oh, I'm hearing noise and the family members are getting up and stuff like that, getting their day started. But we don't have that. We used to have like 2 or 3 chipmunks, and I have not seen them of late. In the last week or so, as far as that goes. And Jack loves gazing out the window. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes he gets out and he runs out in the back, and he misses being. He would like being outside all the time, but we just don't want him going out there. We live close to a road out here coming into the village, and I would, yeah, that would devastate me. See, if he was out there and all of a sudden he's out in the middle of the road and he gets hit, that would be not good. Jack loves gazing, yeah, and Tina saying good morning. Chris Technician saying good morning. As far as that goes, I do have a thought for the day. Now that I come to it, let's see. I had pet squirrel Freddy, but not seen him in 5 days. Oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes the chipmunks, they'll sit there and you get fairly close. I've never fed them. I thought about that, but we have some squirrels out back. As far as that goes, that they're running around. We have 2 or 3 squirrels. They're out in the back grove area and stuff. The thought for the day quote is from Will Rogers, and Will Rogers is a unique individual here here in the United States. Let me get the skinny on him, the rundown. Will Rogers. Let's see. Will Rogers. Will Penn Adair Rogers was an American vaudeville performer. He goes way back to the vaudeville days. Performing actor and humorous social commentator. That's what I like about him, because most of his quotes come from. He used to have you get up there and he would just. He's sort of like one of the early talk show guys. You could almost put him in the talk show category, but he didn't have TV. He would talk to an audience. He was born as a citizen of the Cherokee Nation in the Indian Territory and is known as the Oklahoma's favorite son. He was born in 1879, and he passed away in 1935. So that's a ways back. But he has a good quote and thought for the day here. And Double J's, thanks for following, says to Tina, and thanks Double J's. Tina. So they're following back and forth. That's good. I'll get you guys new cards, okay? Don't worry. I'm going to correct those. It's IRL. Who would have known that I've been flashing Tina's card? And she probably could have been getting a lot more follows if it wasn't for my bonehead misspelling. Okay, so Will Rogers' quote and thought for today is, lead your life so you won't be ashamed to sell the family parrot to the town gossip. Think about that one. This is a little bit of funny. This is on the humorous side. Lead your life so you won't be ashamed to sell the family parrot to the town gossip. And what he's saying there, a parrot will mimic what you say. So if you say something in confidence to somebody in front of the parrot, and let's say you give the parrot to your neighbor, they're going to know all the dirt. So I think that's that was his style, and that's what I love about his quotes, because there's an underlining thing, and that's good as far as that goes. So Will Rogers, a great American, what do we call him? A great American humorous social commentator and stuff. He would have been he was sort of like those nighttime guys and stuff like that, in the manner of speaking. But those nighttime guys, they get their stuff written for them. I think they write some of their own materials. I imagine Will Rogers wrote all his material. So a great guy, great American as far as that goes. A vaudeville performer, actor, and humorous social commentator. So there we have it. Video froze on my end. Oh, okay. Just hit the computer and crank it back up again. And we are at Chris said we're at 11. I'm seeing 10 right now. So those people, let's see, we have We got a couple people just sitting back watching, and I hope you're enjoying the morning broadcast. Let's see, we've been on 42 minutes, and this is good. And my CPU rate is down to 20. That is good. That is fantastic. There was a little lingering program just before coming on that has been, I think, has been the culprit or part of the culprit when I have extra stuff on. I actually uninstalled it, and my OBS is working really great. It's right in between 20 to 30, and it's right down at 20 right now. So that is fantastic. So that just makes a more of an improvement on my my picture here that I'm watching on the Surface 3. Yeah, we're back up to 11 again. Thank you very much for the views, and those that are watching this on the replay, thank you very much also. I don't know if I see. Let's see. So we talked a little bit about the job, and that's a rarity. Will not talk about. I'll talk about where I worked before. Okay, where I worked before. I worked down at Endicott, New York, at IBM. I worked there for 9 years before my current job, and I worked in the manufacturing down there as far as for IBM, and I was a board tester. I tested the circuit boards before they populated them, which was fun. I had no clue what I was doing down there, but I was trained. And
what's new? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, what's new? The Mrs. is coming into the studio having her breakfast with us. So as far as that goes, and then prior to that, I always say I was in the United States Air Force. So those are the jobs I had before. My very first job before I went into service. No.
Believe it or not, was doing laundry.
Huh? Yeah. That's
doing laundry.
We got the missus in on the program here. So my first job before I came into the service was when I was still in high school, just before, and then when I graduated, I still was working for a laundry service. Okay, if I wasn't managing, managing the counter where people would come in and bring their laundry, put the coins in and stuff like. I think back then it was like 50 cents or 75 cents a load. Now it's up to like $2 or $3 for a load of wash. And we did dry cleaning, but then during the summer months there was some camps that we did camp laundry, and I would drive out with this little beat up 1963 Dodge truck out to the camps and get the bags of laundry from the campers and stuff. And let's see. Jay Livingston I remember him because I walked out of the business a couple times. He'd always come running after me saying, "No, you can't go," because I was just so fed up. He made me, I guess, the second time I walked out, and this was like, I only had like 3 months before I went into service. I was just graduated as a senior in high school. He said, "Oh, I'll make you an assistant manager." He put my name up on the office and stuff like that. So I didn't get paid anymore. No, I think he did get. Well, I was, for back then I was making, for part-time job and.
3 1/4.
Oh, I don't know what it was. No, it was less than that. I started out at $1 an hour. Wow. And stuff, and that was all under the table, no taxes. I didn't know what was going on. He said, "Oh, this is the best thing." I said, "Okay, you're the boss," but it was saving him paying taxes and stuff. So, but then once I got working there more and more, he put me on the books and stuff like that. I think I got up to like $2.50 or something. Maybe it was $3.
That was below minimum wage, I think, back then.
No, minimum wage when I first started was $1.25. Yes, it was, or $1.50.
I said, "Boy, you're old."
Oh yeah. Okay. I was working before the missus here. Last time I had to do laundry at a laundromat was $3.75. Oh, is it, Christopher? I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I would not be surprised. It's $3 1/4.
That's just a washer.
And that's just a washer. Not to mention, do they still use dimes for the dryer, or do you have to put quarters in now? But I had fun. I did it part time when I was when I was a junior, and as a sophomore, and then when the summer when I was freshman, when I was a junior and then senior. I worked more on the weekends and then full time during the summer and stuff like that. And but it was a fun job because I got to drive around on this this 3 on a stick. I could take the truck home and stuff like that. And then I got my motorcycle license. I had to use the motorcycle my father had for driving around. But that was my first job. And then I was in the Air Force. And then after I got in the Air Force, coming back here, worked for IBM, where that's when my father worked for 30 years. So before he passed, he was he liked that. He was more proud of that than me being in the service and stuff like that. So that's my work thing. So hopefully, maybe next year, summertime, because I have stated that next April I'm going to be retiring. I'll be turning 65 next year, and I've decided with the nudging of not the nudging, but the counseling of the family and stuff, because we had a how long has Dennis been passed? 2 months now? 3?
February, March, April, May,
3 months?
June, almost 5
Oh, 5 months? Oh, wow. 5 months. The Mrs.'s older sister's husband passed away, and when the family gathered, the discussion came up as far as with family members. Oh, when are you going to quit and stuff? Because Dennis there, he was a great guy. He worked locally here, and he was able to retire early, and he had 15 years of retirement he enjoyed.
About, yeah. I think,
Yeah, 15 years he was able to enjoy his
12 to
retirement.
15, yeah.
12 to 15, and because he passed away at 67, I believe, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
So this discussion come up, and so it'll probably be I'll probably be on here more. That's the thing. So
Maybe doing laundry.
yeah, I'll be doing laundry. That's right. I'll be back doing laundry, the missus said. So, but probably next year, once I'm retired, I could probably talk a little bit about this. It's sorry I'm back. I was taking. Oh, okay, no problem, Chris. Yeah, Tina's laughing. But it's good to work. But then I'm looking forward to it. I thought I could work. I was under the impression that I'll work till I'm 67. You know what? I'm at a situation, and Randy W. Horton has said this: if you're situated financially and stuff, and we're not rich, we're not poor, but we're comfortable to where. But I'm a little concerned about the recession that might be coming up and inflation that's going on right now. We're able to cope right now, I guess. It's just like it's just so I'm being prudent, and I think overall it'll be beneficial for me. As far as that goes, and I'll be able to do some other stuff than the one thing I've been doing for like the last 17 years, as far as that goes. Did you watch Hal's replay yesterday, Rich? Chris, hang on for a minute. Laundry seems to be the subject of the day. It was just that's funny. Yeah, as far as getting to let's see, more times do chore. Oh, Christopher, don't even give the suggestion, please, okay? Because the missus says I can sit on my ass.
What?
I remember you saying that. I don't have to
I
do
didn't
that
say
much.
you sit on your ass every
No, I'm
day.
gonna be doing some stuff. There's some stuff. I got a mental list of things, and I'm
Yeah,
up
the
to like
winter.
number 30, 32 or something like that. Things to do as far as from.
Or we can
Not
do
not
some-
her, not the missus's list, but my own list. Okay,
Oh,
there's two lists.
Well, let's add to
That's
it.
over on that side. It's the honeydew list. I was like, okay, I'm aware of that. But anyway, as far as Hal's broadcast yesterday, I started watching a little bit, and I skimmed through it, and I caught the last part of it. So I guess I understand what is it, the screaming thing? As far as that, I did notice on Hal's broadcast that very tail end, it was blocked out. Twitch blocked it out. I don't think you get a strike on that because I see it all the time on Jesus' broadcast. It's the missus is a comedian, Tina says. Yeah, she's a real joker.
My sister was so
Okay, that's called the Primal Scream. Okay, so I think that one song at the end, if you look at it, Chris Tech, it got blocked out partially as far as that goes, and which did not deter or detract from the primal scream. So I understand. I guess it's just to get it out. And so someone I hadn't seen in a while that was on that broadcast in the chat was Vince. You know, Vince is I see him over once in a while over there on the Instagram. I don't use Instagram that much, or the Facebook for that purpose. You know, family members are on there, so I have to, you know, I take note of it and stuff like that, but I don't use it on the mainstay, even though I do have a public Facebook, the real Fireman Rich and stuff like that. The missus has a good sense of humor, very razor sharp. Yeah, Double J's, you could say that. Yeah, sometimes it can be sharp on me sometimes. But yeah, we've been married 36 years this year. Is it 30? Yeah, 36, right? Yeah. I don't know why I remember that, but I do. Yeah, Vince does live streams. Doesn't do live. Well, he does do some. He doesn't do a live stream, but he does what do they call reels? You know, when I fire up the, I think it's because, hey, Thammer is in the chat, and like I did everybody else, let me go ahead and I do have, and Thammer, you better check this because I've already have two cards I have to correct, Tina's and Double J's. This is Thammer's card. I said I was going to get Thammer, and there's Thammer. At Thammer738. No space in between there. At Thammer738. It just came in. And Thammer is coming in from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And Twitch handle is Thammer6464, right? Yeah. Okay. So there's Thammer. Let me know if I got that wrong, Thammer. Because like I said, Double J's I got it correct, as well as Tina's. I missed a letter in each of them, so they will be corrected after this. Today we had holiday of the sacrifice. Okay, so you're in that. Is it 10 days of fasting for this holiday, Thammer? I know there's it's called the Eid E-I-D holiday. It's 10 days and stuff. Randy is there in Jebel. He can't travel, which because it sucks because he didn't get paid. Oh, yo, Thammer, okay. So Thammer's in the house he's from Riyadh, and we greatly grateful that you're here. I should say grateful, thankful. I don't like using grateful as far as that goes. What do we got going on there? What's that? Oh, move this down. Oh, okay. What the hell is that? Why is that up there? Huh. Okay. And let's see. Thammer saying hi to Chris. It's like, no, it's one day about when Abraham tried to sacrifice his sons. Okay. Yep. I know that story. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So each day has a unique thing to it as far as the 10 days. I guess the way Randy W. Horton put it in context for us that aren't aware or knowledgeable of the holiday, he says it's sort of like the Christian Christmas and Thanksgiving put together or something like that, which I think that sounds like a real party, you know, as far as that goes, and the holiday. So, you know, happy Eid Day, or happy Eid. Is that how you say it? Happy Eid? If I'm wrong, let me know. I don't want to start a war between Saudi Arabia and the United States. No, that won't happen. I'm just joking. Just joking, folks. But Randy was telling us a little bit about it here this past week, as far as that goes, and stuff. So, but that's interesting. You know, and that's what's interesting about Twitch. Just to talk about the broadcast, because I love talking about the broadcast, and I love talking, and you know, and the thing is, I'm going to start going back to the Saturday morning coffees here on Twitch and stuff. Vocal, like I said, I love Vocal. Happy E to you too. Happy E. Okay, oh, you can. Very good. The Twitch. Let's see. Yeah, folks, don't take Rich too. Yeah, don't take me serious. I'm not serious. Yes, Abraham sacrificed his son. If you yes, I remember the story. It's to commemorate that. Okay, and as far as that goes, a lot of good stories as far as that goes from back in that time. As far as that goes, that we learned many lessons, or it'd be interesting. People would take heed to those lessons that were already learned. But Twitch here is just an international. We have. Was it Thamer over in Riyadh? Double J's is over there in India. We have a number of people. We have Helen from Scotland. As far as people here in the States, myself in New York, Chris Tech out in New Mexico, Tina in New Jersey, back over to the Great Northwest. You got Erica and Christopher up there in Washington State. My good friend, God, I have his card. I gotta pop his card. This is a good place to pop his card. My good friend Ed Waters, who, God, where's his card? I have his card. Here we go. Ed Waters, you heard me talk about him. He does Dead America. It's a podcast, and it's not about America being dead. It's trying to remind people how great the United States of America is, because it is a great country. People of all kinds, cultures, and colors, and all that want to come here because of one thing. As much as people say we don't have it, there is freedom in this country. And I served for 20 years because I know that for a fact. Some people may not see it as freedom, but it is freedom in this country. There's no joking about that. I will never joke about that for this country. I've been around, and people say, oh, you have to be overseas. I've been overseas. I've seen people that have enjoyed barely a pot to crap in, but they enjoy life, but they would love to come to this country. And we have people on our southern border that want to come in here, both women, men, children, and people of all kinds. But here's Ed Waters. He has, like I said, a podcast. That's his Twitter handle, @FreeCircle3. I've known Ed for a number of years here online. He's a straight shooter. He's a stand-up guy, and I think he's going to rope me into doing the audio month, which is a annual. It's called Na Pod Pomo, National Podcast Month. And there's a lady down there, I can't think of her name right now, down in Texas. She started it like over 15 years ago. It's the original audio, and you just do the straight audio, one audio a day for 30 days, and that's in the month of November. There's some offshoots of it, but it's not the original. I don't do the offshoots. There used to be an offshoot that took place last month that used to be in November, and I used to do it. I don't do it anymore because they moved it because of one person, supposedly because of the hashtag they had. It doesn't matter. The original audio month is in November. So Ed Waters is a great guy, and he's been commenting. He actually he was hilarious yesterday. I think I got a tweet from him as far as about me spilling the coffee here, as far as that goes. So he is a great guy. Follow him. He does a good podcast. He was over there on Haps for a little bit. You know, he tried it out. He tested the waters and stuff like that. But Ed Waters is up there in Oregon, just north of. Is Washington State above or I don't know. Let's see. USA map. I don't know my geography here. Let's see. Let's check the geography. Let's see. Image. Okay, Washington is above Oregon. That's right, because Washington and then our good friend Jeeves, who's not here this morning. Um, you have, yeah, I have Thammer. I've got 6 cats. We've got 6 cats in the house. This one right here, this is Jack. Thammer isn't here that often. I know I've gamed with Thammer. Thammer's a great individual. He's uh, over there on PUBG, and Thammer usually is a chat person that's over in Randy W. Horton. So we appreciate you being here, Thammer. And yeah, that's Jack. Jack is one of 6 cats. He's the oldest of 6 cats. And the other one, we have Lucy, who's the mother, and then there's 4. There's Dora, Bug, and then Calvin and Murdoch. So they all get along. Murdoch is Jack's friend. Jack tolerates him. Jack doesn't like the other cats, and they want to play with them, but he thinks they're chasing. They're being mean to him, so he runs off and stuff like that. But Jack is the senior of the cats. So, and he's a feral cat, so we got him as a kitten. And when we had Max, that was the dog we had. Max, love you, Max. He's great, best dog ever. Jack thought he was a dog for a while because we got him as a small kitten, and Max was the only role model. So, and Jack never purred. It wasn't until we got Max Max has been gone for what, a year and a half now. But within the last 2 years, since we've had the Lucy and the 4 younger adult cats, he learned how to be a cat again because he had other cats around him. You let them all inside. Yeah, they're all house cats. Thammer. We live near a highway that comes into the village, and I don't want them, being roadkill, in a manner of speaking. Jack gets out the back door once in a while, and he'll run out. And I've taken him out on a leash and stuff just to go outside. But they're all inside door. The house is big enough to we can handle 6 cats, and they all behave. They have a few incidents where you get the proverbial fur ball and all that. I always keep cats in house. Tina says, yeah, they're safer, and they live a lot longer. We had 2 cats prior to these cats that we had for almost, almost 18 years, I think. Yeah, it's about 15 or 16, 15 or 16 years. That would be Ben and Peaches. Ben and Peaches. Peaches was a male cat, but was named Peaches because he looked like a peach. Yeah, cats live longer indoors than out. Yes, I agree. Yeah, and even though Jack would love to be outside all the time, but he's all right inside, stuff like that. So, but they're a good part of the family. But getting back to the Twitch is great as far as just having this conversation, and that's where, because I've been live streaming for quite some time. Watch my hands so I don't spill the coffee. Oh, let's talk about this. But just having this type of discussion and stuff like that, and sharing a little bit of our lives and stuff like that. And again, that's why I bring up these cards. These cards are an important part of sharing with the people that are watching this on the replay. That these are the people that are making this a good broadcast, because they are. We're having an exchange of ideas, and we're having a conversation. Yeah, let me. For those, we talked about Hal. Hal is an interesting guy. He's a radio guy that's out there in Flint, Michigan, and he does a radio he's on a radio broadcast, but he simulcasts it on Twitch. For those people watching on the replay, check out Hal. That's his Twitter handle, and I think I got that one right. I think. Watch, Chris will say, "No, you got this." No, I know I have that one wrong. I think I went over it like 3 times. Hal Moss News. And on his Twitter site, he always posts the link when he's going live on here on Twitch. And I think, yes, you did, Rich. Okay, thank you, Chris. Hal is a great entity. I can relate to him. He's very gracious with the. When I pop in, I say I'll be making my yesterday or Thursday. I popped in while I was making my lunch. I'm listening for a little bit because I have to go into the day job, so I'm always watching him on the replay. The same thing with Randy W. Horton. Helen goes, I think, lots of laughs. Rub it in, Helen, rub it in. That's okay. But Hal's a great guy to watch, and he's a real radio entity as far as that goes. So I really respect that as far as, I think he's going to go do really well here on Twitch. His Twitch name is Hal Moss Media, yes, if anyone wants to know. But I like using the Twitter handle because Twitter's my mainstay. The link is right there where I'm at and stuff like that. Like, unless I reference like here on the Twitch page below in the About Fireman Rich, it has my Twitter link and all that. And incidentally about Twitter, I guess the big news that was the Twitter news is I think everybody heard that. I guess Elon Musk is not going to buy Twitter anymore. He's backing out of the deal because the Twitter company hasn't been forthright in what he wants. He wants the information as far as how many bots are here. Now he's saying it's upwards of 15% or more or something like that. He has 151 followers. Oh, that's pretty good for Hal. I mean, just being here, he's just finishing up his second week. So, and I heard that on the replay that he is he's an affiliate now. So you're gonna have to tell him how to work that, Chris. But Elon Musk is no longer he's backing out, and now the board of Twitter is gonna try and sue him. Hey, he's backing out. He's just asking, hey, I want to, I'm looking underneath, it's like if you're buying a car and say, yeah, I'll buy that. But then you look under the hood, you find something. It's like, I'm going to back out of this deal. Maybe there was a contract of intent or something like that, but that's not, he might have to pay a penalty or something like that. He's not affiliate yet. He needs to wait for email. And that might be at the end of the month, Chris. I was going over the stuff as an affiliate, and then they're as far as that goes, it might be towards the end of the month because it seems like that's how they do stuff. Chris, the shower scenes. I don't understand. Tina's saying something to Chris. The shower scenes content. Okay. Not sure what that means, but anyway. Hal is doing good, and that shows the greatness as far as I see somebody that's and Chris going lots of laugh. The power of Twitch, and again, there's people. Even Tony D, he's coming back on Twitch. As far as that goes, there's some people that I would figure would be here, but they're not. And I think they're waiting for that other platform, Haps, to come back, which it might. We'll see. It's only been, 2 months now? It was May 5th, so June 5th, July 5th. So it's been 2 months they've been shut down. Even though I did the other day, I can still get it up on my on the cell phone here. I can still bring it up. I can't bring it up on the desktop. You get the web, it says bye for now. So as far as that goes. But Twitch, I love Twitch as far as that goes. When I'm at the day job, I'm just thinking, well, how can I improve my broadcast and stuff like that? And then I just go over thinking about, what you all have said and stuff like that, and whatever discussion we had and stuff. And it's interesting. It's a whole lot better because back when I was just looking at it, it's like, do I really want to do that? I like it now. It's my mainstay. Just like Twitter will still be my mainstay, even though Elon Musk is not. But I think he pulled the curtain back a little bit. There's a lot of bots on Twitch, or not on Twitch. Are there a lot of bots here on Twitch? Probably not as many as Periscope, but Twitter. He pulled back the curtain and showed Twitter has a lot of bots. let's see, Double J's and what the UK and what the UK based lady artist on Haps. What does she stream? Oh, you're talking about Helen. Helen, she had a broadcast. She was, and I thought about doing that because I don't do the radio thing that much. I have fun with it over there in Mixcall. She was putting together her radio show, Double J. So she was just showing that, and as far as that goes, and what the and I'm taking it Double J's. Oh, Bobby Bicker. Well, Bobby Bicker's mostly she's over there on she's killing it and crushing it, I think, on Twitter Spaces. She I mean okay, you met Bobby Bicker. Okay. Yeah, that's right. She is up in the UK. Okay, I'm sorry, Helen. You're up in I got to correct myself. Helen is in Scotland. Okay, that goes to the forefront. Okay, I apologize for that, Helen, because even though Scotland's part of the UK, Scotland should be its own country because it's on the verge, I think. Okay, Bobby Bicker. Yeah, that's right. She's based in the UK. Yeah, Bobby. Does Bobby have a? That's a good question. I've never seen her broadcast. I think if she does broadcast, she uses Twitter Live. So but she's killing it on the Twitter Spaces. I know there's some people that have tried doing it and stuff like that, but she is killing it as far as that goes. And I sometimes I sit in on her replays as far as that goes. Yeah, I noticed Bobby Bickner is. Yeah, she's very popular and stuff like that. Which I think she'd be popular on. She was popular on Haps. I think let's see, Helen, haha, yes. Don't associate us with those clowns in Westminster. Which those clowns are working on getting a new prime minister, I see too, Helen. So we'll see how that works. And the guy's time is gone. He's got too many oopses and stuff like that. So maybe the change will be good for the UK. As far as Bobby there, one of the saddest things I saw on Haps was her trying to make it work, and then it wasn't working. And she was the one of the prime individuals that drew a lot of people over into Haps, and she was crying. Oh, I could not take that. That says he should have been gone. Yeah, that's what I hear, Calvin. That's what I hear. As far as that goes, I think they're going to get it. From what they say, they're going to get a new the new prime minister will be from the same party, though. I guess as far as how they work, I can see why the UK needs a new prime minister. Okay, yeah, Boris is he's ran out of time. He's we'll see what the new guy supposedly, because they still maintain the power in Parliament, the majority that and I guess that's how it works. I don't think do the individuals in the UK. Oh, she tried. Yeah, and she was doing it pretty. I think she was successful on Haps, but Haps wasn't being successful for her. So Haps just in a sense they took advantage of a lot of people. I think they weren't forthright, even though they tried to be, or they seemed to be. Let's put it that way. They seemed to be, because they weren't really fully transparent. Where you think, oh yeah, this is going to hunky dory, and I got the feeling, oh, this is going to be around for a while, and then rip the rug right from underneath you. And yeah, she did try hard, and I loved watching her on Haps. Helen, yes, they're all clowns. Scotland never voted for that party. Bunch of okay. I won't say the second part. I don't want to go over in that area, Helen. Okay, but I know what you mean. Okay, because we have our share of clowns here in the United States, down in Washington, on both sides. I'm not just saying one side, because I think people know me long enough. They know. Well, I was in the military for 20 years, so you know what where I lean, sort of, and I lean a little bit, but I try and stay open-minded to the other side, but not the far realms of either side, because the far realms in any political system they're not good for the country. That's just my opinion as far as that goes. But Bobby Bicker, she's a great individual, and I love her. Well, I know we all love her and stuff because she's very genuine as far as that goes. But she's killing it on Spaces and stuff, and I think she would do all right here. Another artist, Jane Surmi Art. Jane is she was on. She's doing what's her current painting? She's doing Deadpool, or is it Deadpool? Yeah, Deadpool. The guy that plays Deadpool. As far as that, can military personnel? Oh yeah, double J's. Yeah, everybody in the military, the United States military, votes. They're citizens, so they can vote. Yes. And I voted quite a few times when I was 13 years I was overseas. I voted absentee every time there was an election. As far as that goes, yes, the military in the United States, all the branches, they can vote. There's the only people that can't are felons, the criminals. As far as that goes, if you're a felon, you can. I think the right to vote is taken away. Or no, if you're in prison for felony, I think people in prisons in our prisons here can vote too, double J's, just to let you know. But I think if it's a level of their crime, if their crime is a high felon or something like that, but if they're just in jail for a year or two, they can still vote if they want. They're still citizens. The right doesn't get automatically taken away. It's very hard to be taken. It's very hard in this country, and that's one of the getting back to what I was talking about. The freedom of this country, the right to vote. Now, some people say your vote doesn't count. I say it's bullshit. If you don't participate and you're just going to complain about, then if you don't participate, then you shouldn't be complaining about it. But then again, that's a right. That's a freedom. Okay, you see where I'm going with that? That's why. People say there's freedoms, and it's your decision and stuff like that. Now, we have laws just like every other country law, and we have to abide by those laws. You may not agree with the laws. There's some laws here in New York State that I don't agree with. I have to still abide by them. Okay, you can dissent. And dissent is not going in there taking out the legislator and like over there in Japan. That's not dissent. That's criminal. As far as that goes, Helen, I was on her last stream. She did on Haps, and it was clear that she was sad. Yeah, and I did not. I don't like seeing you sad, Helen, and I do not like seeing Bobby Bicker sad, because it's just like, well, I feel bad. I feel helpless too, because other than say, okay, bye Haps. And it was clear that she was sad, but that was the biggest giveaway that Haps was on its way. I agree with that totally, Helen. It was on its way out. She was their loudest ambassador. I agree with that too. If she left, there was no hope for them. I do. I have never voted in my life. Well, that's your choice, Double J. Some people in this United States, the same thing, and I respect that. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to take part, you can take part by voting and stuff like that. And I know Double J's, that was one of the critical things. I guess Gandhi, I'm just going back on the movie Gandhi that from years back, that there was a lot of people in India that did not have the right to vote when it was under, well, that was when it was under the British's thumb there, as far as should we do the dinner? Yeah, let's do the dinner report. I'm not in no hurry, so we've been on here for an hour and 21 minutes. Holy crap, this is longer than a freaking. But I'm talking up a storm. See that I feel comfortable here. I'm in my own skin and stuff like that. So not by choice, just circumstances. Oh, okay, and that's the thing. Some countries, their voting system is not. They say, well, we have voter suppression here in the United States. I voted just a couple weeks ago for the primary. There was no suppression you could walk right in if you're a resident of the community and stuff. You can vote. It's just one side wants to say, oh, there's suppression and stuff. There is, but I know there in other countries there are. Okay, having been overseas, and Double J's, that's why I having you here, and Thamer, you give us a perspective on two other countries that are very, I've never been in. Okay, so it's a perspective that I really respect as far as you sharing that with us. Let's see the dinner report. Let's get to the dinner report. The dinner report is a Chris Technician original. He brought this into the broadcast here when he started hanging out with me here in the chat, and he does this over on Randy W. Horton's broadcast as well. That's why I first started it, and we just say what we're having for dinner. Don't ask me to look in my refrigerator, though. Just real quick, Chris, before we get to the dinner report, did everybody see what was in Randy's refrigerator? We need to send him a care package. He had absolutely nothing as far as that goes. Okay, the dinner report. Chris Technician, he comes in for his dinner report. He had a Cuban sandwich. Ooh, that sounds good. With fries and back to the Dr. Pepper. That's good. Tina made tomato sauce with pork put over pina pasta. That's good. Penny pasta. Double J's. Damn, that sounds delicious. Are there any leftovers? Sometimes the dinner report, man, they're good. My dinner report, the missus made up some grilled cheese sandwiches with pickles, sliced pickles in them. It was good. I had two. We had dill pickle potato chips, and we had corn on the cob. And I had 2 oatmeal raisin cookies for dessert. So that was my dinner report. And Tina says, yes, Double J's. Damn, that sounds good. So anybody else want to come with a dinner report, go ahead, and we'll go ahead and say, I don't know if... Helen, what did you have for dinner? Are you having dinner over there, or getting ready to have... What's the time over there? Oh, it's still the afternoon. This is the dinner report from the night before. So what did you have for dinner last night? If you guys want to chime in, we'll go ahead and so that's part of the fun. And I'm not going to go with an interesting article. Like I said, we get into doing this here on Twitch, and we have I have such a I mean the last couple broadcasts we've had, I almost was going to call in sick because I want to just continue the conversation here as far as that goes, because it is fun and I enjoy it. Yeah, that was last night. What did you have for dinner last night? You going to share, or you don't want to take part? That's your prerogative. What'd you have? Because we're just interested in what you might have for dinner. It's nearly 2 p.m. here. But we always talk about the dinner from the night before as far as that goes. That's how it works and stuff. So, but it's all good fun as far as that goes. Because like I said, I'm not going to show you my refrigerator. Yeah, as far as that goes. It's nearly 2 p.m. Yeah, that's what I have on my clock. Let's see. It's nearly 2 p.m. And yeah, it's was it 1:53 a.m. or something like that. Oh, Helen, she comes in with pasta. Pasta seems to be the favorite, with chicken. Ooh, pesto, spinach, and peppers. Ooh, I like that. I like the spinach. Spinach is good for you. The missus doesn't like spinach. Ever since, God, what did she tell me? Ever since we had our kids, when the kids were born, after the kids were born, she did not like. Whenever we have a pasta dish, there's spinach on the table, and I love spinach. Spinach is good as far as that goes. So that's a good. Pasta's always good, but I gotta watch the amount of pasta and breads. I'm starting to see that, because if I eat too much, back in my younger day, I could eat whatever I wanted, because I did a lot of running back then, and I ate up a lot of calories with all the running I did. I try and stay pretty active, but I'm not as active as back when I was in my younger day. You know, I can walk a couple miles, no problem, but as far as running, I could probably run a couple. I use gluten-free pasta. Yeah, gluten-free pasta. What's the pasta she made? Oh, what the hell was it? Lentil pasta? No, what the hell was it? I can't think of it. It was a certain pasta, as far as that goes, and stuff. So, but I don't know. Are you still here? Uh-oh, I think the missus snuck outside and she's starting to work ahead of me. So, Yes, that's gluten free. Yes, that's gluten free. Okay, I use gluten free pasta. Gluten free. Gluten free is good for it. It's a little expensive though, as far as that goes. When you buy it in the store, the gluten free stuff. It used to be the good stuff used to be cheap and stuff. Oh, here comes Jack again. Let's go in the back window there. Okay. Does anybody else want to? Yes, expensive. Yeah, yeah. Does anybody else want to come in with the dinner report? Because I'm going to go ahead and close out the broadcast here. Because we've been on. Man, my CPU is still sitting at 20. That's fantastic. So I think I've got it dialed in as far as on my OBS, and I watched the replays here, and the the picture is stellar. So I'm going to try and get back on this afternoon. Don't hold me to it. Healthy food costs more. That's not just incentive. Yeah, double J's. Yeah, food is expensive. More even gas. Well, gas here is starting to come back down. It's down in some places. It's starting to be reported. It's down under four. It's $3.99. Our gas prices at the gas station is three. It's four. What was it? 472, 473, which has dropped a little bit. So gas prices are here in the Northeast are starting to come down again. Yep, your OBS. Yeah, I'm not going to mess with them, Chris. They're good. Now let's see. Tina saying bye for now. Enjoy your talk. Yeah, and we're thanks for being here, Tina. Too. We're going to go ahead and then just saying about. I just seen something on my Twitter feed that the gas prices. It just reminded me. I noticed the gas prices they were sitting as high as $4.99. And I actually got gas at $4.99. You might as well say $5. And that's the highest I've ever seen them. So they're starting to come down, and I think a barrel of oil in the middle of this week was under $100 a barrel for the first time in a while. So I don't know if that's because of it, and as far as that goes. So have a great Saturday. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and exit stage left here. You guys, thank you as always, and Chris coming in with the. And as always, Bazanga. Yes, you guys have a Bazanga day. You guys have been fabulous. I really appreciate it. Thank you for being here. It's always it's always great as far as that goes. I want to say thank you to Chris Technician. Thank you, Tina. I will be getting you a new card. Thank you, Erica, for being here. Thank you, Christopher from Washington State. Thank you, Helen, coming in from Scotland. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let me get down the list. Thank you, Thammer, and thank you, Double J's, for being here also in the chat, and all those that were just sort of sitting back enjoying the chit chat here. Also, have a great weekend, folks. Yes, you too, Helen, and those people watching this on the replay. Look at those cards. Don't look at the ones I got to make corrections on, but follow those individuals that were in the chat on Twitter. They're a great bunch of people. I wouldn't have a broadcast if it wasn't for them. Yeah, I'd still broadcast. Like I said, I'd be talking to myself, but I'm very thankful that you guys are in the chat. You make it real, as always. All right, folks, this is Rich Roberts, at Fireman Rich, here on the Twitch, as well as over there on Twitter, where I tote myself as a social media observer, social media enthusiast. In other words, it's just basically saying I like doing things and playing around on this thing called the internet, and doing the broadcast here on Twitch is one of them. Y'all have a great Saturday. Ciao for now. Live life. Have fun. Peace. Thanks again, gang. You're great.